What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Smack Talk, Smack Top 5. Yes, back at it again, Top 5. You already know what it is. I really don't need to talk about it, but you know what? It's part of my intro, so I'm going to talk about it. Smackdown happened. It was a good show, as always. We got 5 top Smackdown moments. What made the list? What did not make the list? Why did it not make the list? We're going to go over it. Let's get it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff that you want to do. And yeah, we're just going to get into this right now. Smackdown was really good. It's better than Raw. I don't understand how Vince McMahon owns SmackDown and Raw, and SmackDown is just so infinitely better. I don't get it. I don't understand. Help me understand. Like, SmackDown had three women's segment. There's 3 feuds for the women on SmackDown. 3. And on Raw there's only 1. And it's not even the Raw Women's Champion. How? 3 hours, all they had was Charlotte and Lacey Evans. SmackDown, we got the Riots, we got Billie Kay, we had Tamina, we had Natalya, we had Bayley and Bianca, and we had Sasha and Carmella on one show. How, Sway? I don't. It's 3 hours and they fit. Anyways, so we're gonna start with did not make the list, and I think everything made the list. I think I made it away for everything to make a list. Yeah, everything made the list, so I lied, and I'll explain how that's a thing. So number 5 is Corbin versus Ray. This match was just okay. This match was fine. There wasn't nothing terrible with this match. I think this is leading up a feud between Corbin and Dominic, which is crazy because I was looking, I was like, man, when was the last time Dominic wrestled? It was like Dominic hasn't really wrestled. I don't think he wrestled since he's been on SmackDown. He wrestled a couple times on Raw, and then SmackDown he might have been in a tag match. And that was it. And he's just been accompanying Rey Mysterio. But he's been on commentary. He's getting a little better. They're letting him talk a little bit. Corey's just berating him about. He's like, Corbin's beating up your dad. He's like, I know that you probably respect your dad, but maybe you should go in there and like help him. And then Dominic's like, yeah, no, he's a giant. He's a giant killer. He's a legend. He's my father. I don't want to do anything to get him disqualified or anything like that. But Corey kept saying, but you really should try to go in there anyways, to help your dad and stuff like that. Goating him on and stuff like that. There was cool spot. I just like the deep six. It's such a cool move. Ray was setting him up for a 619. He like came out of it and hit it with the deep six. That was cool stuff. Rey Mysterio does what Rey Mysterio does. In the end, Corbin, I think he tossed Rey Mysterio out, and then he like punched Dominic in the face. They went to go back in the ring. Dominic went to go in the ring and attack Corbin, and then Ray had to like muscle him out. He was like, "Yo, relax, homie." He was like, "You about to get me disqualified?" And then Corbin pushed Ray into Dom, caught him. Boom, end of days. 1, 2, 3. Corbin is your winner of the match. He beats Rey Mysterio. And then you can tell Ray's a little frustrated, but he's like, he's frustrated, but at the same time he's like, okay, you're new, you're still learning, you're new in the game, you're still learning. I can't be that mad at you and stuff like that. And then they go to the backstage. It was like, hey, we gotta call somebody. You want to deal with Corbin? We gotta. We gotta do something. We gotta figure it out. He was like, you gotta do. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is it. Buddy Murphy? Is it Seth Rollins? I don't know. It's weird. Who who's the Corbin Slayer? Shinsuke Nakamura? I don't know. It's weird. But number four is I put women's love, and I said it earlier. Man, there was so much love for the women, and I thought all the love for the women was good stuff. I loved all of it. Like I said, it started with Natty versus Liv. The match itself, it was fine. This was a showcase for Liv doing showing off her one-on-one skills. Natalia is one of the best in WWE, probably top five, maybe top 10, definitely top 10. Cause no, I lied. She's top 10. Cause you got the four horsewomen, you got Asuka, you got Io. Uh, yeah, Natty's up there, probably. Yeah, 6, 7. Yeah, four horsewomen. Asuka, Io, Natty's probably in there. Rhea. Natty, Rhea, maybe Ember, Naomi. I don't know. That could be a top 10 women's list in all WWE. But yeah, I think she's definitely top 10. Um, and Liv, I love Liv. I love me some Liv Morgan. She's great. She's fantastic. Uh, I love I love Billy Kay. She's out there being an honorary Riot Squad member. I love Michael Cole on commentary. This is the Michael Cole I like when he's just like him and Corey Graves are just being ridiculous. I love when something fun's happening. Michael Cole's just like he just likes having fun. He was like, yeah, he was talking about Mars Pits and the thing that whatchamacallit that Elias did in NXT, like his gimmick in NXT, and I like when he talk every time he talks about that because him and his Corey Graves is from Pittsburgh, and then he always gets mad every time they talk about like him in Pittsburgh. It's Elias of Pittsburgh. He's like, no, he's not one. No, he's not one of us. There's no recollection of that. I was like, no, stop talking about it. And it just pops. It pops Corey, or it pops Cole, and I love it. But yeah, no, this was good. She was on commentary. Billy Kay was on commentary. It was great stuff. Um, she thought that Liv needed help, and then she was getting mad at uh, what's her face, Ruby for not getting involved and stuff like that. So she went around to talk at the ref. Tamina's over there, and she's like, "Yo, what are you doing on this side of my spot?" She's like, "Hey, whoa, I don't want to let it smoke." So instead of hiding behind Ruby, she goes in the ring. She was like, "Oh my god, oh my god," and then gets distracted from Liv, and Natty blows her out for the 1, 2, 3. Great stuff. Can't wait to see what happens next week for that. Second, Carmella is doing an interview saying that she hasn't seen Sasha in 2 weeks since she beat her because she's scared. She's not worth her life. She was like, "What are you doing? You scared? You want some of this? You want some of this?" And Sasha comes out, pushes the heck out of her. She said, "Yeet!" out of the frame. And she's like, "Oh, you want your shot? You get your shot. You have it. Probably at Royal Rumble. But hey, I want my man Reginald. Give me him, me him." And then Reginald's like, "Eee." Sasha leaves. Carmella's like, "Yeah, you're good. You got this. You got this. You don't got this." And then finally, my favorite. I don't care what anybody says. This was amazing. Bayleys Ding Dong Hello. This was hilarious. I love this. They had the whole door. They introduced like now introducing Ding Dong Hello, and then they had this funny graphics, like this cheesy graphics music thing, and it has Bayley in there. She's host. She's like, "And here's your host Bayley," and she comes out. It was like she rings the doorbell, and she comes in. She comes through the door. She's like, "Oh, welcome to my debut show, the hottest show, Ding Dong Hello. This is gonna be better than WandaVision, all this other stuff." It's like in And so I have to introduce, my first guest. I had to be somebody special for my debut. It's the EST of WWE, so that's why she is my GUEST of WWE. Everybody, Bianca Belair. So I'm on my own. She comes out. Bayley's hyped and stuff like that. She's sitting on her beautiful fancy couch thing. She's about to come through, and then Bayley is like, "No, no, no, no! You gotta go through the door." And she's like, Bianca is like, I love the fact that she's like she's like, really, like they're rivals, and like they're rivals, but they're like not like hated rivals in there. It's just like there's one of these like she like Bayley is so like goofy and like she's like so goofy. So and then Bianca's just like, okay, I'll indulge it. So she goes in there. So she goes around. She's like, you gotta ring the doorbell. She's like, really? So she rings the doorbell, and then Bayley goes, I wonder who it is. So she goes through. So Bianca peeps through the side of the door. She's like, Bayley, you know it's me. She was like, just come on, just do it. And so she does it. And then she opens up. It's like, it's Bianca Belair. And then Bianca comes in there, and then she sits on the couch and stuff like that. And Bayley doesn't know. She's like, closes the door. She looks. She was like, actually, see, Bianca, that's my seat, and it's just the sit. And then Bianca was like, man, this is such a nice seat. Man, I like this seat. Bianca, Bayley's like, cool, no, that's cool. No, that's fine. So she goes on she sits on a stool. She talks about, her document, her 365 thing that's coming out, or Untold or whatever it is. And she was like, hey, I got a part of that. Let's go to the footage. And it goes, and it's Bayley beating Bianca like last month or something like that. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. That's my BB. Hey, forget it about it. That's B's BB, because Bayley's bad Bianca. See how I did that? And she was like, you know what? Why did they call you the EST? And she was talking about her accomplishments from back in the back then before WWE. And then Bayley was like, whoa, you're trying to say you're better than everybody? What, the people of the past who paved the way? He's like, oh, so we don't matter? You think you're just better than everybody for that? And she's like, no, it's just a nickname I had. No disrespect, but it's just how it is. And she was like, well, if you're she said, well, if you're the EST, well, that makes me the EST because I beat you, so that makes me the best of everybody. Smackdown Women's Champion, longest reigning, I beat you, I'm the best. And then she was like, you know what? I got an idea. Because Bianca wants to face Bayley. She was like, no, better idea. How about you go get your dusty little thing, and we can have a match right now. Bayley's like, I got an idea. How about next week, me and you face each other in the obstacle course? And as soon as I said that, I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Oh, this is going to be great. If this is anything like what Bayley be doing on like her on Twitter, on her Instagram, when she was doing her little dances and she's like that, oh, it's going to be great. And then Bianca said, okay, that's cute. She's like, you might be she's like, you got a little bit of EST in you, but you're not gonna, there's no way you can whoop me. So they agreed to the obstacle course, which is gonna be hilarious. And then Bianca does her thing, and then like she drops, I think her earring falls or something like that. And then Bayley geniusly goes down. She's like, hey, you dropped this. She grips into her. She was like, she puts it back on, and then Bayley puts her shades on, and they start doing the thing. It's gonna be great. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. Oh, I'm gonna love every part of it. But that was great. Number 3 in this, Sammy versus Apollo. Apollo is in this heel phase. He was with Roman Reigns in the beginning, which is great. He was talking to Roman Reigns after what happened at Smack Talk on Smack Talk with Paul Lee, and yeah, he's just teaching him. He was like, hey man. It's all about, he's teaching. It's all about getting what you want and stuff like that. And then Paul comes in with the contract that we're going to talk about in a second. And then Apollo goes to leave. He's like, no, stay, come here, stay. You could might learn something and stuff like that. Um, and then he had this match with Sami Zayn. Big E was on a couch, chilling, legs spread out, eating a fruit cup. Big E's great. Sami Zayn is out there with his conspiracy theorist people, like his documentary people. This match was really good. I enjoyed the match, but as what happened after the match, which is the interesting stuff. Sammy tries to cheat to beat Apollo, and ref catches him, and then referee says, "Hey, you can't do that." And then Apollo, after Sammy was about to go after for a haluva kick, he moves out the way. He does roll up. He gets handful of tights. He wins. Great. And then Sammy's livid. He's going over there. Apollo went out there to the outside where Big E was, grabbed his title, picked it up, looked at it. Big E got serious. Like, whoa, whoa, woo, woo. Hey, that ain't yours. Put that down. Put it down. Give me my title back. It ain't yours. Don't touch my stuff. And Apollo like tossed it back. It was like, yeah, that's the only time you're gonna get to this title. That's the only time. You ain't never getting this title. You ain't never touching this title. Big E's like a joy. He was on the commentary. I loved him. Sammy was like, when he was on the outside, he said, watch this, brother. He was like, hey, you can't call me brother. You can't call me brother. Hey, he's not allowed to call me brother. And then Sammy was like, I just did, brother. He said, hey, stop it. That's hilarious. So yeah, that was great stuff. I loved all of that. And then they announced that they're going to have a one-on-one match for the Intercontinental Championship next week. So it's going to be interesting how that plays out. Number 2, I could get more into this. Uso versus Nakamura. I'm just going to involve like the whole section thing in this for the number 2. Uso comes out. Well, first they talked about the contract, about him and Pierce. So Nakamura. Paul was like, Roman seemed like not a happy person. So Paul was like, I can tell that you're uneasy. He's like, I know what you mean. I understand it. I'm about to handle it. I know what you want. You want a stipulation. Yeah, a stipulation, not just a regular one-on-one match. That doesn't befit you. So, what would be great? Last man standing match. He said no disqualification match. So first was no disqualification match. He was like, I got you. It's handled. So he goes and stuff like that. Then Jey Uso comes out. He talks about pretty much everybody should respect the tribal chief, the bloodline, the family, because Roman's the one that puts food on everybody's table. He said, hey, this stuff for catering, thank Roman. Everybody's having a job, thank Roman. Like, everything is thanking Roman. Shinsuke Nakamura, you need to thank Roman because you're lucky that we didn't beat you up and stuff like that. We didn't give you what what it was. And then Nakamura comes out with his old gangster theme song. We all love it. He comes in there, it's like, if Roman Reigns is big dog, you're a little puppy. I think he wanted to call him a pussy, low key. But he said, you're a little puppy dog. Pussy cat. And then he kicks him dead in the face. And then his music continues to play. And then Cesaro comes out when he was about to start the match. He goes on commentary. Commentary just pretty much asking him, hey, why weren't you there last week? And then Cesaro was like, oh, well, I was there. You know how Tribal Canon's big, right? It's like, I didn't, by the time I got out there, everybody was gone. Commentary was gone. Roman and everybody had already left, but I was already there with my friend. So that kind of explained everything. And then he said pretty much that if he wins the Royal Rumble, he's going to face Roman Reigns for what he did to his best friend, Shinsuke Nakamura. He talked about their match with his match later on with Daniel Bryan. Nudge, nudge. And then the match itself was good. This match was good. I liked it. I like Uso's aggression. I like his aggressiveness. I like how they're pushing more people. They're having all these things for Roman, not just one person. They're like Drew is normally like one person, a feud. Uh, like they'll have one person and then they'll move on, and it'll be like another person and then they'll move on. For Roman, it's like you don't know who's gonna face him. You have all these people that he makes upset, and like you don't know what's going on. You have Nakamura, I guess Cesaro's in there. You have Daniel Bryan who's still in there. You have Adam Pearce, Kevin Owens, all these people. You have all these people who's like can now gun for Roman Reigns, and it's great. I love all of it. But anyways, yeah, this match was good. Uso was doing great selling. Nakamura's doing great as well. Um, in the end, Jay had like the tights, sort of like how Us had it. I mean, whatchamacallit had it. Apollo and Sammy had it, but it didn't work. Charles Robinson counted the three, but waved it off when he saw that he had hands full of tights. He said, "No, wave it off." And Jay was like, "You wave it off? You can't wave it off. Hey, what are you dealing with?" And then Nakamura came around, rolled him up, but rolled him around. Boom, Kinshasa, 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke Nakamura wins. Cesaro comes off commentary, he celebrates with him, hugs him, and they do their thing. And then backstage, Jay was like, "Hey, bro, watch what you're doing. Hey, watch what you're doing. Your daughter's having had graduation, right? Relax. You want to feed her, right? You want to put food on the table? Do your job." And then they did the thing with Apollo. When he was with Apollo, he said, "Hey, pretty much, yes, no DQ." Paul had him sign it. It was like, this no DQ thing, it's stupid, but you know what? You know why you want it. So he signed it. Paul goes back. He was like, "Hey, it's handled, it's settled." And then Roman was like, "Hey, I never said I wanted a no DQ match. I don't want no DQ. That's not what I want." So like, you know what I want? Last man standing match. So now it's handled. Handle it. So Paul handles it. He says, "Up." He's like, "You know what, Paul? You know what, Pierce? Yeah, you're right. Roman agrees with you. No disqualification. That's silly. He wants last man standing match." And then Pierce is like, "Okay, whatever." He's like, "You know what? You got some time to take it over. You take it over. Let me know at the end of the night when you're with Roman." So at the end of the night, he comes in. He's sitting down. Roman comes out. Adam Pearce comes out. He's sitting down. There's another chair side of him. Roman walks at the head, of course, obviously, and Paul is sitting there. And he's like, you know, Roman was looking at Paul. Paul's looking at Roman. Everybody's confused, and then Roman looks at Pierce, and everybody's like, "Oh, he wants that chair." And then Paul is like, "Hey, head of the table, he wants." And then Pierce is like, "Okay, I get it." He's slowly stood up, and Jay's like, "Man, get your ass off the chair, man! Hurry up, man! No, ain't nobody got no all day." He pushes him off the chair. Paul puts it over there. Pierce gets on the other side. He signs it, and then he's like all aggressive, pushing it towards him, and everybody starts laughing. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Aggression out here." I was like, "Okay, I respect it." He takes that pen, puts it like in his shirt. He grabs another pen, hands it nicely to Roman. Roman signs it. He smiles. He was like, "I've been waiting for you to do that all night." He grabs it. He walks back. Everybody's like, "What?" He slowly looks over. He's walking up the ramp. He's like, and then his leg starts hurt. He's like, "Oh, ooh." He's like, "Oh man, my leg, man. It's an injury. One of those old injuries." He's like, man. He's like, you know about that. Well, you'll understand about those injuries later. Man, you know what they say, man. Car subject to change like that. But it's kind of weird because his mic was kind of cutting off, so he couldn't really understand what he was saying. But he pretty much was saying car subject to change. You know what? There's a thing where since I'm official, I have a replacement, just in case, I can't make it to like Royal Rumble, and I don't think I will be able to, to get this injury here to Royal Rumble. Luckily, I have somebody who could replace me. And then, Kevin Owens comes out. He walks out. Everybody in the ring is not a happy person. Kevin Owens signs it. He smiles. Roman Reigns is sick. He got okie doked. So now it's going to be Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. Is Kevin Owens going to win? Probably not. This might be his last thing. This might be the one last time that Kevin Owens can win. If there's any time ever for a last man standing match for Kevin Owens to become Universal Champion, even if it's for a pay-per-view or two or something like that, going into WrestleMania, even if it's for that time, this would be the best time now to do it. Even if it's for a month, it would be good. Just for Owens, he needs a win. So this would be the perfect time, or else he's going back to the bottom of the card, and you're never going to see him again. But yeah, that was good. But we still have one more thing to talk about real quick. Next week they announced, as I said, Apollo versus Big E for the Intercontinental Championship, and they announced the Bayleys obstacle course thingamajig with anything. Number one, as I said earlier, Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan. This match was fantastic. Loved everything about it. Earlier, they talked about his match that he's having with them, and due to Daniel Bryan was with his people academy, Chad Academy, Gable Academy, and they're doing leg stuff. Of course, Cesaro comes in here. He was like, man, they was talking about Shinsuke like respecting them. They have respect for each other. Cesaro comes in, like, no, only reason why he shook your hand because he felt bad for you. It was like, and by the way, you're doing you're doing over the rope stuff for people who's never even won a Royal Rumble or Battle Royals. Like, at least get somebody who's good. And he was like, oh, you want to know how good I am? Well, how about me in the ring? And then Cesaro was like, bet. So they had it. This match was fantastic. It was technical greatness. It was physical greatness. Cesaro got busted up early when Daniel Bryan kicked him. Like, he kicked him like his head straight on the post. Like, his head hit the post, and then he kicked him again. He ducked out the way. Daniel Bryan's foot hurt, so it was like it was Cesaro's arm that was hurt during the whole thing, and it was Daniel Bryan's leg from that kick, and they was working on those two body parts for each other. I love the fact that Corey Graves is on commentary. He was bigging up Cesaro, how he won the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, won the first one, saying that, hey, like, he's won a Battle Royal, he knows what it's like. Daniel Bryan has never won any sort of Royal Rumble Battle Royal of any sort ever in his life or his career. I like how they was doing that. There was a nice spot at the top where when Daniel Bryan was going to do like a Hurricanrana, but he had him in mid-air, and he caught him, and he did like this crazy strength thing where he ended up with like a superplex thing. That was fantastic. He did a spin thing. There was a lot of back and forth with this. In the end, in the freaking end, Daniel Bryan goes for something. Cesaro reversed it, flying uppercut, neutralizer, clean as a whistle. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Cesaro. Oh, I was so hyped. Oh, I was hyped. I was like, yes, Cesaro, yes. I was like, there's no way. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns have been so selfless in this on SmackDown. Well, and Kevin Owens. They've been like the three people, like they've been like on SmackDown, who's been like, people's been trying to tell them like what they should do next, and they're like, no, this doesn't make sense. This is not what we're gonna do. Next week, if I see Aleister Black, I don't care what nobody says. If I see Aleister Black, he doesn't. Vince McMahon doesn't run SmackDown. I don't care. Daniel Bryan has been putting over people he's been putting great wrestling matches on and putting people over. Roman Reigns has been elevating people up to his level. People who weren't really doing the Daniel. Well, I mean, between him and Daniel Bryan, they've been fantastic, fantastic. That was the show, though. All in all, I'll give the show probably a B plus. It was really good, really really good. That match was good. All the stuff was. Actually, I'm gonna give it an A minus. I lied. I'll give it an A minus. I don't care what anybody said. I thought the show was great from start to finish. SmackDown has not been missing. Uh, what did you guys think? Did you think it was great? Did you fudge with it like I did? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.